Shalom, giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rabakakodash, double honor to the apostles, a great millstone to rule well. Peace, love, and blessings also to you brothers on the highways and byways, giving all diligence, make your call and election sure. And also blessings to the very few sisters out there listening, learning, and believing. I'm that fellow labor Kanakla coming at you once again with another lesson, Lord's will, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai. This lesson's edifying and also exhorting. Okay, and this is more so of an exhortation, comfort lesson, all right, and precept many brothers know, Isaiah 51 and verse 14 in particular. It says the captive exile, all right, and we are exiled. We've been exiled from the land of Israel, okay? The Most High was displeased with our behavior, with our conduct. Going to that one in the New Testament conversation, he was displeased with our conduct. All right, as we know, pursuant to First John 3 and 4, for sin is transgressions of the law. Okay, so we were exiled. All right, out of the land, and we under the current empire, America, known in the scriptures as Babylon. All right, the captive exiles in Babylon, man. And it's doing this because the scriptures say wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability. There's a lot of things we desire, a lot of things we want, but if you get into the mindset or the mentality that we're prisoners, okay? And when you're a prisoner, it is what it is. You don't have the freedom, all right? You can't do what you want to do. So a lot of times, Jake want to be free. Jake want the nicer. Jake want to find the things. Jake want this. Jake want that. And then, that begins to basically, how can I put it? To press us, okay? But you gotta understand, we're captives, we're exiled. Yeah, you might have the freedom to. It's an illusion, all right? An illusion of freedom that you can just get up and just go to the store and buy you a bottle, or go to the store and buy you a new pair of kicks, or whatever the case may be, whatever it is, you're into. It's all an illusion, all right? The point is, we're captives, as they say, roughly paraphrasing, the best way to keep a slave is to convince him that he's no longer a slave, all right? When you have a dog on a leash for a certain period of time, he runs, but then he get yoked back every time. And then he comes to a point where his brain remembers, like, hey, if I go too far, I'm going to get yoked back. If I go running after something, I'm going to get yoked back. So eventually he get used to that boundary. And what happens is you can take that leash right off of him, and he won't go beyond that because it's in his brain, it's on his spirit, that if he goes too far, he gets yoked back. So now you can take the leash off the dog, all right? And that's basically what happened to us, through the oppression, all right, the tyranny of Esau, Edom. We're now living beyond the boundaries that he set. But we know, according to the scriptures, that the Most High has set us above all nations. All right, when we go into the promises that the Most High gave to our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, dominion, rulership. Okay, so us being captives, we can't basically reach those boundaries or reach those heights that the Most High has given us because we're in captivity. So keep that mindset. We're in captivity, so you're not going to get the things you want. You're not going to be happy. We are in captivity, okay? So, I'm going to read this precept. Isaiah 51:14 says, the captive exile hasten that he may be loosed. That's why we're watching the prophecies, okay? We're waiting and watching, because we know once the set measure, the prophecies are in place, right? The ushering of the kingdom of heaven, we're going to be loosed by default, man. Okay? So we hasten that we may be loosed. The captive exile, the point being, you have to have that mentality that, we are captives. We're exiles. Okay? It says that he should not die in the pit, nor that his bread should fail. Okay? Let's read that NLT. Soon all you captives will be released. All right? And that's the gospel. That's the good news. When you go into Luke, the 4th chapter and the 17th verse, I believe. But Yahushua quoted this exact prophet here, Isaiah, to preach deliverance to the captives. All right? So it says, soon all you captives will be released. Imprisonment, starvation, and death will not be your fate. Okay? And that we should not die in the pit. So we have that hope that we're going to be delivered out of this captivity very soon. And we're not going to die in this pit. This pit is America. All right? Pit are lands. Okay? I tell you that, and I believe in Apocrypha. I forget exactly what verse, but the pit is in a representation of lands in the scripture. So that pit is the land as we know as America, where we were brought into captivity, where we are still under captivity. Because why? We have to pay tribute. All right? We have to pay taxes. And there's no way around that. Okay? When you work hard and a certain percentage of your money is already taken and you have no say over it, you're paying tribute. You're a slave, man. Okay? There's no way around that. So we hasten that we may be losers, So once again, that mindset of, you might not prosper. Not might, you're not. You're not going to prosper. I say might because, the Lord give us, little small pockets of comfort here and there and little bones he throws. But you're not going to prosper, man. We're captives. Okay, so have that mindset, Yes, of course, we've been freed, mentally. But, man, we're still captives. So I just, once again, doing this to comfort you, man, that don't worry about it. We're slaves, man. So, of course, we're not going to have the finer things. It is what it is. Jake, they have high expectations. They want to try to, win on this side, but get, small portions of constellations or on this side. No, it ain't gonna happen. Okay, you still gonna wake up in the morning, clock in, work your weekly schedule, and get taxed at the end of the month. It's like at the end of that pay period. And then what? You just got, and I wouldn't say you just got enough to pay your bills, because still, sometimes you still don't have enough to pay your bills, but and the rest of your money go to Esau Edom, to his bills, because he owns all this shit. The power company, insurance companies, the property, the grocery stores. So all your money just goes back to him, man. We have no sovereignty. Okay? Baruch 3:8 says, behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us. All right, so we are still this day in our captivity where the Most High scattered us, for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments. Once again, your expectations of this society, this kingdom, you know, you got to be realistic. Okay, a lot of times we only sorrowful because what we want more. You know, we expect more. We expect, it's the flesh. The flesh always want to be comfortable. But once again, as it is written, and subject to payments according to all iniquities of our fathers, as I opened up with through the Spirit, because our conduct. So this is the prison sentence we're serving, which departed from the Lord our power. So a wise man, if he can see like, hey, we're in this position because we departed from our power, our Lord, our God. Well, let's seek him and get back with him, get back right with him. So, he can turn this thing around, which is written. He will turn back the captivity. Okay. Which according to the iniquities of our fathers. So I'm going to get this precept, because 2 Peter 2 and 4, because that's on a physical level, but this goes all the way back to the beginning. It's a spiritual aspect of this too. Let's start from let's start verse 4. It says, for if the Most High spared not the angels that sinned, all right, but cast them down to hell and delivered them into the chains of darkness. And we are those angels. And the chains of darkness is this flesh. Okay? From being the sons of the power, being immortal. Because what the scriptures say, sin is the wages of death. So before Adam and Eve sinned, there was a point where we were immortal. We were as gods. All right? Sons of God. We didn't die. But when sin entered into the world, then of course the lifespans were shortened and men began to die because of the sin. So these chains of darkness is the flesh. Okay? So it even gets deeper than that. Yeah, we're physically captives underneath the Edomites, all right, in Babylon, modern day Babylon. But also too, even if the Edomites were to free us and say, hey, okay, go be free, we're still in captivity on the spiritual sense, because we're still in this flesh, man. So we hasten to get out of this physical captivity and also the spiritual captivity, okay, which will come when Yahushua come. He will liberate us from the hands of Esau, Edom, and simultaneously liberate us from this flesh, man. Okay, because this flesh is the reason why we go into captivity. So the Most High, he can deliver us out of the hands of our enemies, but then we'll end up being right back, as Baruch said, because of iniquity our fathers, because our iniquities, because we're still in the flesh. So eventually we'll end up right back into captivity. Okay, so you got to get the things in the spirit are more powerful than the things in the flesh. All right. You got to understand the things of the spirit first. That's when you get a thorough understanding, when you understand things in the spirit. Because the things in the spirit first, that's where it begins first, and then it physically manifests itself. So we sinned. So we're in these chains of darkness, all right, which by default makes us sin. Then we go into captivity physically because of our iniquities. So it starts with this flesh first. So we have to be free from this flesh. It says, for if the Most High spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell, right? What mean to a lower position? And we're in hell right now, man. To the pit, to the grave, and literally to the hell, to the dirt, man. Because angels, They're immortal. They don't die. But what? Then they started dying. Which prompts me to get this other precept real fast. This is Psalms 82. Because all these precepts, all these scriptures correlate, man. Psalms 82 and 6. I have said, ye are gods, judges, rulers, angels, and all of you are children of the Most High. And this is the point. But ye shall die like men and fall like one of the princes. Okay, so we begin, not you're gods, you're angels, but ye shall die like men and fall like one of the princes. Why? Because of our sins. So 2 Peter 2 and 4, for if the Most High spared not the angels that sinned, the gods, the judges, the rulers, the sons of the power, but cast them down to hell and delivered them into the chains of darkness to be reserved unto judgment. Okay? So we're in these chains of darkness waiting to be loosed. Going back to, so the spiritual aspect of Isaiah 54, I believe it's 54. Is it 54? Yeah. And I'm thinking about 54 and 16, the missiles. '51 and 14. That's where I'm getting the 4 from. 14. Okay. So a deeper meaning to Isaiah 54 and 51 and 14. All right. The captive exile hastened that he may be loose. What from the flesh? Because if we get loose from this flesh, man, we're going to be perfect. And we'll never go into captivity under these fucking heathens, man. It says that he should not die in the pit. And second off, if we get changed out of the flesh and we be perfect, we ain't going to die. We're not going to die, okay? Nor that his bread should fail, okay? So, with that, Lord's willingness is edifying. Just had that mindset, we captives, man. So, have no high expectations for this place. This place is our place of captivity, and we only gonna shine and prosper and be happy when we're loosed from this. So with that, Lord's will is edifying, giving all praise to Yahweh, Bashimi Shai, and Shalom to the elect.